Well, it would appear people are finally waking up to the fake assassination, and I'm getting a lot of views, but as usual I waffle too long, so you obviously want the meat before the vegetables, so I'm going to give it to you today, since so many of you still haven't got it. Why is Trump always saying central casting, central casting? Just take a look at this. Okay, hopefully there's some of you that are watching who are old enough to remember MASH. So there's a few characters here. One here, that one there, see, with the hillbilly hat on. That was a character in MASH. Maybe, so I can't remember his name. One of the doctors. Hopefully you can remember his name. But there, of course, we have Fusca, and if you don't know who Fusca is, well then I suppose you don't know about this movement, right? Well, Fusca is JFK Kennedy Jr., and that's why he's wearing the fedora hat that his father always used to wear. And notice just before the supposed shot, they're saying, "You're fired, you're fired." But I want you to see something else.
Chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's sad, take a look at what happened.
Okay, now who's this here? Only person here wearing Kennedy blue. There you go, Caroline Kennedy. Now here's the guy that I'm talking about, the guy on MASH. On MASH it was a fishing hat, and he had a couple of those, but also at the same time this happens, when this all happens, you'll hear someone say, "Where's Hawkeye?" or "Get Hawkeye." So I'll just be quiet a minute, but I'll just take you back here to Fusca, JFK Jr. and Caroline Kennedy. And on Caroline Kennedy's blue, and that is the Kennedy blue colour, it's the same blue that Jacqueline Kennedy designed for Air Force One, and but notice that Fusca never panics. He's just standing there, arms crossed. And what has she got on her shirt? Mean. Can you read that? Mean tweet. Okay, isn't that a bit weird? You don't get to stand behind Trump for no reason. And but see, Fusca just still standing there. And there's the guy from MASH, and here is Caroline with mean tweet. And it was the very next day in the UK that the first woman got arrested for a mean tweet. Look it up. Okay, so here's him up again, the guy from MASH, and you should hear someone say, "Where's Hawkeye?"
Hold, when you're ready, on you. Ready? Move, go. Hawkeye's here.
Hear that? Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. I'll go back again. What a Punch and Judy show. And it's strange, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because
are we good to move? Let's go.
So what's Fusca doing? Can't see Fusca, and where are they? Okay, that's interesting. They appear to have disappeared. Okay, where is Caroline? Where is the Kennedy blue? And where is the fedora Fusca? I never noticed that before. So I'm going to take you to the next one. So it was the following week. Look at that, okay. The following week.
I got you.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold on, you're gonna.
So he says, let me get my shoes, and Fusca and Caroline have disappeared.
Watch out.
Then we have the famous arms up, which is also in those cards. So I'm just going to now take you to, oh no, beg your pardon, there's Fusca, there he is there, and there's Caroline there. Okay, with the only one there in with the blue. But the next week I have a different one where he points out Fusca, and this is this one here, and there's a guy in the disclosure. Okay, there's Fusca there. So did I zoom in on
him?
And see that guy
Okay,
there?
so here-
And here this guy here is, and he's a total clone. He's waiting for the word. He's waiting for the word. As soon as they say a word, his eyes, look at the whites on his eyes. See everyone else around, you know, your eyes there. But he is a clone, whites on his eyes. And as soon as he hears the word, so you see, the first thing, of course, I noticed that, man, he's got such weird black eyes, you know, they have these weird black eyes, and their whites are super white. You can see nobody else in the crowd looks anything like that. But you see, he's not even looking up the front, he's listening for a word, he's listening for a signal. Okay, right, look at him there.
The people behind me, right? Everyone's seen those people. Those people have become.
Okay, so he listens, he hears the word behind me, and so he looks up behind him. This is because he's a clone.
Legendary.
See, total black little weird little black ant eyes.
That was just a small group.
Okay, see, he looks there, bang, listen.
The main tens of thousands of people around here, you couldn't even see the end.
Okay, see how he twists his face? If you go back to that video of mine, you can see his lips are going this way, just like a lizard, just like Prince Charles, and the whites of his eyes are going that way.
Nobody ran, nobody moved. They knew I was in trouble. They said he's in trouble. If you went to a soccer stadium where you'll have a bullet go off, one bullet, the whole place runs for the exits.
So he's just listening.
Nobody ran. And how about the man behind me?
Okay, so he's not looking over there.
With the black outfit and the green.
Okay, see, straight away. You see him jump up? Here he goes. As soon as he sees black outfit and green outfit, he just turns straight away.
Floppy hat.
And there he is. So he's the first one to point out. So that was his job. Okay, you see that? I mean, to me that was pretty obvious. There he is, and he wasn't even looking then, but he heard the words black outfit.
Yeah. He's like this. David, did you see him?
So on that video also, I show another clone. And here she is here. You'll see exactly the same thing. Weird whites of the eyes. And watch her. She turns into a lizard. Okay, can you see her eyes? Okay, now there's no edit, there's no cut, but look at her eyes. I'll see if I can get closer up. You can see she's waiting, she's controlling everything, listening.
That's 13,000 people, according to the United Nations. That's right.
Okay, so then he just cuts this guy down totally, but look at her, that smile. That there is a programmable life force. She is, as I've said,
Nations in the Donbass, 13,000.
Did you see how? Okay, so that video is New Zealand goes. Oh, there's. Okay, so I will also show you another one that I've done where it shows quite clearly that the Charleston shooter, and so one is called Dylan Roof. Okay, so here we have here. Okay, that these are both the same person. You can see this one here on the left, he's just got his fringe all pushed down, and this one here flicked back. Same chin, you know, one's smiling, one's not. Same puffy eyes. And it's all in the names, you know, they're always laughing at you. One is called Dylan Storm Roof, okay? Of course, he was on the roof, storming the roof. And the other one is called, Dylan Storm Roof, and the other one was really weird as well.
And but as usual, they're just keeping everybody distracted with any old nonsense. So I didn't want to make this video, because when I saw it, the whole thing was just so.
Okay, maybe I'll just find it in my, what is it? Dylan Storm Roof, and the other one is, I'll leave the link, you know. Anyway, same guy, so it's a soft disclosure, and it's all about this, and yeah, time to wake up. So don't get a fright, understand that even though it's all fake, you know, Trump and the white hats are in control. Bye.